What do you say, brother? Fire in the hole?
Fire in the hole.
Okay, let's see if you can pick this one. I'm going to put you in a very good mood here.
I got it.
Ready?
All right.
Okay, here we go.
Hail to the victors, University of Michigan. Eat that one, boys.
Not a chance. Oh, those hang on, Sloopy.
Yeah.
Does this not? I mean, this is. I did some research. October 9th, 1965 was the first time
The Buckeyes did it?
That the
Nice.
Ohio State band did it. So last year was 50 years that they've been playing this song.
The Buckeye band in the mid-'60s playing Hang On Sloopy, how many of them were not stoned?
Oh,
I'm going to like 2%.
it is. Okay. I'm going to do something a little bit funnier for you, okay?
All right.
I'm gonna back this off a bit,
right.
just because we're in a very good mood here. And let's see if we can hear this.
That was kind of creepy the way you said that, but
This is the actual audio.
from 65.
65. This is, and if you go to YouTube, you can find it. And it's just super
We should
cool.
link it.
Yeah, you know what? We're going to do that.
Let's link it.
There you go. Got to link that on YouTube. So
Yeah. There you go. Put that in the OISR sheet there,
That's
brother. To-do list. Link it.
Link Sloopy. Okay.
There you go.
Hey, dude. This is the 16th podcast.
Yeah,
man.
this is scary, man. Every week is uncharted.
Actually,
but,
uncharted
yeah,
water.
I mean,
That's right. You know,
you can only go so deep into the water before bad things happen.
it's Thursday, December 29th. Like you said, this is you are.
I'm Fire.
And I
The
am
hell
Brim
yeah.
Double M Stone from FireandBrimstone.com, Fire and Brimstone on Twitter, Fire and Brimstone on Facebook. I mean, just all over the
wherever.
place. I mean,
Yeah,
you're going to
yeah.
be national soon. Right? At least,
Yeah,
you know, it's a national
Yeah.
wanted list or
Do
something
you have
like
that Fire and Brimstone Tinder up yet, or is that in the still in the
IPO. I don't think we know how to spell IPO. So, dude, how was your Christmas?
It was good, man. It was good. I had a good time. Had a great time at my brother's. He had a little
Yeah.
Christmas party. And I've told you about him and his smoker.
Yeah.
Oh, he
Yeah.
had ribs. He had lamb. It was out of control. There was just food, and there was a lot of whiskey going down by everybody. His stepdaughter Aubrey was home, and I haven't seen her in a while.
Oh, that's
and
beautiful.
She's a freaking hoot, man. We had it was a really good time.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Get any good presents? Anything that?
I had a very interesting Christmas party I went to. It was a what's the word I'm looking for? Just a gift exchange, you know. But you had a number, and then in this one room they had all these historic like Christmas pictures, like of Christmas past, and you had to find the picture with your number.
Oh, cool.
So it was like
That's cool.
Yeah, it was kind of cool, and grab your thing and then go.
Yeah.
But it was interesting. So
You didn't get a Hatchimal by chance?
no, I did not get a Hatchimal. I hear there's some issues maybe with a Hatchimal.
Well, remember Sarah brought that up last week.
Oh, yeah.
We spoke to Sarah Pruitt about that, and she brought up the Hatchimal. And what do you think?
Yeah. Their warranty department's doing a lot of calculations right now, man. There's a
What kind
situation
of ADs are they
going
filling
on.
out
Yeah.
or anything like that?
Yeah, this freaking dinosaur hasn't hatched in 2 weeks, man. My kid's crying. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Imagine their customer service right now.
Oh,
man.
my gosh.
All lines are busy, It'll be 16 days before we're available.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, well, we talked about it last week, and that's all I read on YouTube. And that
There's a product launch disaster for you.
Goodness, yeah. They said the kids were crying all
Oh
over
yeah,
the place because they weren't working.
Oh yeah, there's a case study. There's a case study.
That is sad. That is absolutely sad. So, on this side, the Christmas was fun too. It was pretty. It was just a delightful Christmas. It was quiet in the sense that we weren't running around and all that, which is a cool thing.
It was laid back, man.
Yeah,
there was
nothing wrong with that.
There was no formality to it. It was just just kind of here spur of the moment thing, and then my brother rings me up. And he's
Yeah.
doing it here in town. And he goes, I'm having a party.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's always got a ball of Southern Comfort and Makers.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, his stepson Adam was home too.
Yeah.
Former Marine. He likes his whiskey.
Oh, beautiful.
So the good stuff was going down, and we were playing euchre, and it was a good time.
Oh, that's excellent. That's excellent. Well, I was on the knee rehab, and so we kids got us a beautiful puzzle, a 1,000-piece puzzle of a scene in Venice, which we were at this past summer. So that was fun on the kitchen table.
How far are you? Would you say now?
Oh, we're done. We got it done.
How long did it take you?
Like a day. It was when you put the five of us together on a puzzle. It's just like a. It's
like
just
this mind melt kind of.
It is.
You guys kind of become the Borg. You know what I mean? Mama instinctively starts looking for corner pieces. You're looking for the matching colors in the middle, and you guys all just break it down and don't even talk about it.
Think of it like a game show where you just rip into it, and how quickly can you do the puzzle? I mean, basically that's exactly what we do. It's an operation. Everybody has their.
Niche.
You pick the color, you pick, whatever, the scene, whatever, and you just go for it.
Yep,
so, strategy. It's pretty cool. And then the other day we did go see Rogue One. And pretty good. It was pretty good.
Just pretty good? Pretty good? I mean, everybody's kind of, freaking...
okay.
Ecstatic about it, but
5 bags of popcorn. I'm going to give it 3.5 to 4. It wasn't.
That's a good movie.
It's still a good movie.
It's still a good movie.
I would still say go see it.
But is it a movie set up a movie? You know what I mean?
Well, how's that? What do you mean?
Well, I mean, is there a trilogy of them coming or something?
Apparently there's a couple others.
Yeah, I mean, so maybe that one's purpose is served. To do what it is to set the other ones up for like the big bang and home run.
Yep. That's exactly it. I mean, it's a filler. It helps fill in the script. Be kind of reading between the lines and that. Yeah. And you watch the original Star Wars. They go, we're the codes. So that's what they're looking for, the plans. And so that's this whole movie is about setting that up.
I'm definitely going to go see it before it's out. I just think it's cool.
Yeah,
I like the new characters and
they were pretty good. They're pretty good.
In your opinion, though, what is the best Star Wars movie out of all of them?
Oh, that is it. You know what? I am always been an Empire Strikes Back.
Boom! I was all over it, man. It's like that one. That was the most wicked evil.
Yeah,
I mean. Yeah, by far and away, that was the best one.
Number 6, I like number 6, the 6th one that they made, where Darth Vader, where he becomes Darth Vader.
Oh, yeah.
I forget the name of that one, but The Empire Strikes Back, there's just something about that. Yeah. It's just like, there's this, it's colorful, but it's dark at the same time. It's you learn a lot.
Wow, Darth Vader was just like the greatest badass of all time in that movie, man. I mean, to this day, he's still like the most evil movie villain ever, man.
So one of my daughter's friends, she's got a younger brother who's like 10 years younger than me.
Okay.
And they're on a trip like this past summer, and he's watching. He's like 10 years old, and he's learning about Star Wars, right? And so they're on this trip.
He's way behind, man.
Yeah, really. Well, okay.
So, need to catch up, bro.
So he's watching the movie in the van. Deep. And he's got headphones on, so only he can hear what's going on in the audio, right?
Oh, okay.
And so he's watching it, and all of a sudden he's got this blood-curdling scream in the back seat, and everybody's like, "What's going on?" And he's just yelling. He's going, "No!" And he got to the scene where Darth Vader says, "Luke,"
"Oh, you're my father."
That's right.
The little kid lost his
screaming.
That's probably maybe like the second most traumatic movie scene as a kid ever.
I know.
The only other ones were like from The Exorcist. You know what I mean?
And so he's just screaming back there.
Oh my God,
that's beautiful.
That's into a movie, man.
That is just beautiful. We could just set that scene. So hey. Dude, I cannot wait for Saturday night, man.
Oh, God.
I've been seeing all this stuff, all these interviews, and all this sort of stuff. And all right, what do you think? What's going to happen Saturday night?
I gave you my prediction, man.
It was like 40 to
47-38.
Yeah, it was a massive number.
I ain't changing it. That's what I called.
Yeah, and I said 27-24.
Yep.
The Bucks. So okay, I've been seeing all this stuff about Barrett. Do you think Barrett's been getting enough recognition? Do you think?
It don't matter, man. All I know is Barrett wins.
Yeah,
Barrett wins.
What more can you say?
He wins, you know? I mean, he'll find a way. He'll find a way. I mean, good God almighty.
You know what? I heard in one interview they were talking about Barrett, wasn't running and throwing as much this year. Look at the line. I mean, he was the guy that had to lead this ship. But, I mean, because of all the newbies out there, which they're not new anymore.
Look, here's from an offensive standpoint, if you want Barrett to run the football, you got to spread the shit out.
Yep.
5 wide as you can get, and then drop back, in that gun, and let him pick his lanes, boom, boom, pick you out apart that way. Clemson's defense is good against the run. I don't know. Weber might struggle a little bit. The yards it'll take some work, but
right.
But he's got to beat you with his legs before he beats you with his arm. And I don't know if that's so much him or the personnel he's got right now. I mean, they're young.
I know.
I mean, they're there's flashes of greatness there at receiver, but we have to get a long ball. We have to get a long ball caught. You know what I mean?
Yep.
We get that going, and then everything else will work out.
They've had 5 weeks to prepare. I saw one interview where they said the defense to prepare for Watson. They've had like 350 different types of plays, and they've got other people playing quarterback and all that, just trying to, replicate.
It's hard to replicate him, but then you got Barrett on the other side.
No kidding.
Who's he's not maybe the passer yet that Watson is, but
my gut says. The ball control, if the OSU offense can basically keep the Clemson offense off the field by just holding onto the ball and ball control, that's obviously that going to keep the game. No, that's going to keep it close.
Imagine if we had Zeke right now. Are you kidding me?
Oh my gosh! I mean,
that's just sick. Knowing what he's done the last 14 weeks. What if we had Zeke?
He looks like he's still playing in college. He's got a smile on his face.
He's
just,
man.
I know,
he's just loving life.
It's not even a game. It's a game to him. It's not
he looks like he might be like the most happiest person
that's what I mean.
on the planet, man.
I know.
He looks happy. I don't know how else to describe it, man.
I mean, anybody that jumps into that kettle, Salvation Army kettle, and I mean, it just on a spur of the moment like that.
They don't care.
Oh my goodness! I mean, he just looks happy. He's a dude out there that looks happy.
He got matching jewelry set with Dak.
Yeah,
their numbers together. I
did
guess,
they really
make the Dallas area code?
Yeah,
214.
Yeah. Huh?
So, they're sporting bling,
There's a little trivia pursuit for you.
I mean, they supposed got caught in a club. Well, guess what? They're 20-something.
What do you think? Yeah, imagine
on an
that.
off week.
Yeah, imagine that.
Yeah, shocker, you're going to go out for a couple of beers.
We'll talk about this in a little bit when we talk about more NFL. I was, I was surprised not to see Romo. We saw some Darren McFadden when they were in, but it just so we'll bring that up in a bit. When we talk about NFL. Yeah. But one of the things that we haven't really been, we're all Fiesta Bowl, right?
Yeah.
Clemson.
Yeah.
We spoke to Brad Sankis from OriginWhite.com a couple weeks ago about Clemson, and obviously we could talk forever about Ohio State, right?
Yeah.
But we're leaving on the other end of the table. A little bit. We haven't really covered a heck of a lot about the Peach Bowl.
The Peach Bowl.
I mean, who are you going to root for in that game?
You know what? I would like Washington to win.
Yeah.
But honestly, I want, because I think we're going to win.
Yeah.
I want Bama.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the Ohio State Bama rematch?
Dude, the ratings. Can you imagine the ratings
God.
for that? Oh, that is stupid.
Gazillions of dollars.
Oh, my God.
Gazillions of dollars. Just insane fan. Oh, my God.
Okay, if you're ABC or ESPN, whoever has the championship game.
Yep.
What's the matchup that you want? What's the matchup?
Well, ESPN. Because
ESPN,
because they're in love. They got contracts at the SEC, so that just gets.
So what's the matchup that's going to get the most viewers in their mind?
Dude, it's Bama,
and Ohio State. Yeah, I think so too. But you know what? So just like we Ohio State's got to beat Clemson, and Alabama, they have to beat Washington. Yep. So, we've been talking about the Fiesta Bowl and all that. We don't know a lot about what's going on. We talk a little bit about the peach and that, but
barely,
with Bama and that.
Yeah.
So to learn a little bit more about what's going on the West Coast and those Huskies, which I do like the purple. I have to admit, I'm a big purple fan.
I don't, man.
I do that.
I don't. my old high school rival wore purple. The Middletown Middies hate them. My college rival wore purple.
Yeah.
Mount Union hate them. I don't do purple.
I've got a Northwestern shirt. I like the purple. I just like the colors.
Well,
so, okay.
It goes well with your eyes.
That's
right. I don't know, but whatever.
Purple pairs better with gold than.
So we have the delight of having Rob Foxcurran on, and he writes for UW Dawg Pound on SB Nation, and he covers the Huskies out there on the West Coast there, man. So, Rob, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, guys.
So I just have to ask, we usually ask all the guests, where are you right now as we're talking to you?
I'm actually in downtown Seattle right now, up on the 18th floor of an office building, overlooking the Puget Sound and the mostly hidden Olympic Mountains behind a thick coat of clouds right now.
Huh. Wow.
Oh, wow, that sucks.
All right, well, let's get on to football, okay?
Good Lord.
Jeez.
Yeah, freaking clouds.
That's gorgeous.
It's a beautiful place, guys.
Yeah. No, okay, yeah. Come to the Midwest and just freaking watch how depressed you get.
Jeez. Let's see. He's got ocean. He's got mountains. He's got, jeez. That's beautiful. Can you see Mount Rainier from there?
I'm looking northwest, and Mount Rainier is southeast of here.
Yeah.
But I can see Mount Baker, which is a different volcano in the Cascade Range to the east.
Oh my gosh, that.
I guess that's okay.
We're in the wrong basement. Yeah.
There you go. Cheers to that.
We're in a nondescript basement in the middle of the Midwest in Toledo, Ohio.
Welcome to Great Lakes.
Sounds cozy, man.
Hey, whatever it takes. Yeah.
Or creepy, whatever.
So Rob, like we said, we don't know a lot about the Huskies. What's it going to take for the Huskies to bump off Bama? I mean, what do you give us some info on the Huskies here? What's it going to take for them to actually take down the Tide?
Where's the matchup advantage?
Really, exactly.
Okay, so I suppose I should clarify right from the start here that everybody in Seattle and the Washington fan base is well aware of what we're going up against here. I don't think too many people have delusions of grandeur about I think we're going to come in here and this is going to be an easy win. Everybody's well aware that we are playing the underdog role and are in fact 14.
14, that's huge, man. Matchup. Oh, by the way, I got cash on Washington and the points, so help a brother out.
We'll take it. Any vote of support from outside of the Pacific Northwest is pretty big for us and goes a long way here. So you just won yourself some points there. But in terms of Washington coming through in this matchup. I feel as though most people are fairly confident that this defense will actually be able to hold up very well against Alabama. Alabama has a good offense, not a particularly great offense.
You're right.
Obviously, they have a dual threat QB, which has given the Huskies some trouble before. But the Dogs have some very big bodies up front, including 300-plus pounders on their D line, and a very long, experienced, and fast secondary, which Nick Saban just compared to the Seahawk Legion of Boom secondary.
There you go.
So we'll
nasty
take that
and physical,
as a small win too.
Smackers.
So that is the strength of the team right there. So in that matchup, people around here are pretty confident that our defense can match up with their offense in the game. The deciding factor will likely be what our offense can do against Bama's defense, which is obviously elite. And people are talking about, one of the greatest of all time. What the UW has in its corner is a very accurate QB who does not make very many mistakes.
That's good.
A couple of really just fantastic wide receivers, headlined by John Ross, who is a notable speedster, who can get behind almost anybody in the country, and has proven that repeatedly this year. And paired with Pettis, who is a sneaky good wide receiver, and will probably do a lot of damage on some quick routes in this football game. They are
slants
what we have to hang our hat on.
Yeah.
Slants and seam routes.
The UW offensive line is good, not great. We had 2 first-team All-Pac-12 selections this year, including our left tackle, Trey Adams, who's a local kid from the town of Wenatchee.
And you're only good?
People have projected him to be a pretty early first-round pick in a couple of years, but right now he's just a sophomore. But he's a talented body up there. But obviously this matchup is going to be pretty challenging, even if they were all first-team All-Pac-12.
Yeah, but you still had two of them, man.
With the bodies Bama has, yeah.
Yeah.
Are they on the same side of the ball?
Said, they are on the left side of the line.
Oh, so left guard, left tackle are.
So you're protecting the QB.
Well, guess what?
Yeah.
I think Washington might run left.
Yeah.
I don't know, right? I mean, play to your strength at this point.
Exactly. And we have two good running backs. We have.
You guys always do. You guys always seem to find
Actually,
a really
they
good,
do.
scat speeder running back and a big power guy, and one to them.
Yeah, they do.
Exactly, and they both put up over 1,000 yards this season.
Oh, shit.
There's nothing wrong with that, dude.
Y'all can run the football.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
and with this coaching staff, they really like to approach with a balanced offense. But I think, and this isn't an original thought, but a lot of people are under the opinion that going into this game with Alabama's spectacular D-line, it's really going to be the pass setting up the run in this game.
Okay.
Sure. Well, no, okay.
Yeah.
How much does Chris Peterson bring to this team? I mean, you've got
Mr. Underdog himself.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Shit,
he's always been.
He's been in some bowl games.
He's always been David. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So.
I mean, he's got to bring.
That's a good point.
He's got to bring some intangibles that you haven't had at Washington, and the experience of being in bowl games before and pulling out all the stops too. Right?
Statue of Liberty on a 2-point to win.
And every play is on the table.
Exactly. I mean, that guy. Well, as Herm Edwards says, plays to win.
Yeah,
play to win the game.
Yeah. So I got to think that whatever
you got to think about it. You got to think about it. That's just an extra asset and extra time to for something else you got to focus on. I mean,
dang straight.
That's a good point.
Yeah. How is he received out there? What's his? How much does he bring to that team, that organization?
I don't want to say he's everything, but he's certainly a huge part of it.
Sure.
First of all, regarding the trick plays, the word around town here is that he's getting pretty fed up with the fact that his offense is being regarded as based, or not necessarily based on, but just defined by its trick plays.
Sure.
He'll like to bust one or two out in a game, at the right moment, and they usually are used in the right moment.
Which is everything. Which is everything to those plays.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. And that was actually 10 years ago. The Fiesta Bowl Statue of Liberty play.
Dang,
so
it was that long ago. Wow. Yeah.
But
stood the test of time.
Beyond the trick plays, the man creates a sense of preparedness.
Professionalism, would that be a good word?
Hyper organized. He is so professional. Exactly.
Yeah, excellent, good.
Yeah. He is so driven. The amount of efficiency built into even their practice. These guys are wearing GPS systems to track their movements on the field.
Oh my God! You can't even sneak away and take a piss or pinch a dip.
Well, wait a minute. It is out in Microsoft land. So
yeah, well, that is true. Good point.
Exactly. Using everything they can to their advantage, including all of our nerds.
Hey, you know what? Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
Exactly.
Yeah, I did just to get off a little bit off. I do know that the Ohio State marching band, they use like their iPhones, and for when they're actually they're coordinating their new routines, so everybody knows exactly where they're supposed to be at any one time. So yeah, that's
is that how they figure that out? That's awesome. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it does. I mean, when you see these guys, and just it is the best damn band in the land. There's no doubt about it. But when you see them live and you see the precision, it's really
by
cool.
far and away.
Yeah,
our band will kick your band's ass, man.
Yeah, right.
Regardless of what happens in a football game,
that's right.
We know our band.
We know the band's going to win.
So
that's right.
That's a nice fallback. You know what I mean?
But
whatever you can hang your hat on.
Yeah,
you can comfortably hang your hat on your football team. But,
7 national titles, whatever. Our band is freaking awesome. But they are, man. They're entertaining as hell. So
you had mentioned earlier that you think that or most people think that the offense at Alabama is really good, and the defense. I don't think they've been tested. I honestly do not think that this team has been tested this year.
They were behind maybe a few minutes in the second half against maybe Ole Miss.
Mississippi State, I think it was. Yeah.
Other than that, man.
They haven't been tested.
We've talked about this for several weeks. They haven't had that game where it's 3 minutes left and somebody's got to make a drive and make a play to make it happen.
No, they haven't. And Ohio State's done it. Clemson's done it. Washington's done it. Everybody but Alabama has had to do that.
Yep, and each one, ironically, each one of those teams has also went to that brink and lost one.
Oh yeah.
So there's that level of learning too.
And this is going to be the best quarterback that Alabama has seen all year by far. Yeah. What they're going to be on the other side.
What I hope happens, the Pac-12 anymore. They're essentially, they're kind of a powerhouse league. And, Stanford kind of set the tone, and they've become much more physical out there over the last 7 to 8 years. Would you say that's a fair statement?
Yeah, for the most part, I would say so.
Yeah.
I know especially in the South, people poo-poo Pac-12 defenses as, just kind of soft, and they're there. They take up time until the offense can get back on the field with these, high-powered air attacks and whatnot. But, no, with as you said, Stanford and the Husky defense has actually been, top 10 nationally in a lot of categories this year and the last few years, amongst others, USC, always notable, Utah, Colorado. There are a lot of really staunch defenses out west here.
Well, I think everybody got tired of USC kicking their ass, and it bumped up recruiting, and everything else grew and improved, and you guys play some physical football out there. There's a lot of Big Ten-esque type football out there, a lot of pulls, a lot of traps and whatnot, and the old-fashioned kind of football, smack you in the mouth and
yeah, absolutely. Step introduced by Michigan's John Harbaugh to Stanford.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and what works gets copied. That's a very good point.
Another thing I just wanted to bring up is that we were talking about, Washington's a 14-point dog. As on paper, you have to do that. I can see that.
14 points.
That's a lot of points. That's a lot of points.
What you're saying is the difference between the difference between number 1 and 4 in this year's college football is 2 touchdowns.
My point is that Washington's out there. They're looking at all the film. They're seeing what Alabama did to Michigan State last year. They're seeing what Michigan State didn't do right. Alabama.
Here's the deal, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
And let me know if you agree with me. As long as Washington doesn't get roughed up early with turnovers, pick sixes, those the kind of things the Big Ten historically used to do against SEC teams in bowl games. So you're down 14 points.
Yep.
And you can play your style of football, which is physical and power, and beat those fast, speedy guys up. I think Washington's got a definite chance of covering, but they got a chance to win the ball game.
I think so too. What do you think, Rob?
No, absolutely. And I believe the UW's second in turnover differential this season. So
I was just going to say, you're going to need a nasty turnover. That's a good call.
Yeah, exactly.
Good call.
And actually, up until the last couple of weeks of the season, where Jake actually had some of his worst games outside of his 2 worst games of the season were the USC game and interestingly enough, the Pac-12 championship game against Colorado. Yeah. And there's been some debate about potential arm fatigue there, but now he's had a couple of weeks off to rest. But this team does not turn the ball over very often. They do not put it on the ground.
And that's where Bama kills you, man.
Jake does not throw picks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bama kills you. You muck up, they get a touchdown. Yep. That's how they screw you, man. It's a good call.
Exactly. It's one of those situations where you can't give them any opportunity on defense to score any points or put their offense in easy situations, and you have to counter with just near perfection of your own. And honestly, at this point, that's probably what this team has to do to win this game. But they're certainly capable of it. It's a very talented defense
you guys are
and
loaded,
offense.
man.
There are going to be multiple first-round draft picks. On
Your
wide
wide receiver. What's his name? McClatcher?
Chico McClatcher.
Yeah. That's him.
I mean, dude, he can get deep on you. Chuck it a few times, and that's how Ohio State beat Alabama a couple years ago, man. Deep ball. They seem to struggle sometimes with the deep ball.
And I don't think Alabama's seen this type of team this year. This is going to be the best team that they've seen.
Here's my measure. You know what? USC played Bama, week 1?
Yeah.
And beat the living piss out of USC. Sent them back out west. But you know what?
Let's see them play them now.
If USC were to play Bama today, you're exactly.
Yeah.
So based on that 14 points, man, I think that's crazy. I hope Washington has a chip on their shoulder with that and comes out smacking.
Hell, what do they have to lose? Go for it.
Yeah.
Just go for it, man.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Just go for it. So Rob, I know you've got.
Absolutely do.
Yeah. You've got just a few more minutes here, but Okay, the Fiesta Bowl. Have you been keeping an eye on any of those other activities? The other games that we've got going
the
out
other
there?
half for you?
The honest answer is yes and no. You see a lot of Ohio State out here.
Do you really? No kidding.
And, it's obviously relevant to this fan base just in terms of, we have the potential to play them. But there's been a lot of sentiment of one game at a time, and when Alabama is the team in front of you, you take that especially seriously. But that said, no, DJ Barrett is a fun quarterback to watch, and that's a talented, fast, scary, good defense you guys have over there.
And they're young. They're
setting it up very nicely. What you just said about Ohio State is they only had 3 returning starters on both sides of the ball, both the offense and the defense. And so it is a young team, and they've come along pretty far. It's going to be I think that's going to be one of the closest games this weekend. Is that Ohio State Clemson one? Even though Troy's thinking like 40,000 points.
No. We had some Clemson people on last week, and we gave our predictions.
Yep.
And I called 47-38 Buckeyes. That's.
Any other games stand out to you, Rob?
The what was it? Just 2 days ago, the Minnesota Washington State game occurred down in San Diego, the Holiday Bowl.
Yeah.
That was notable. A lot of people out here on the West Coast, especially in Washington State, were rooting for their Washington State Cougars. But Minnesota ended up coming out with the win despite a depleted secondary, which really caught a lot of people off guard.
Yeah.
And again, now Mike Leach, sort of an infamous coach on a national level, has a lot of explaining for going into the offseason.
Yeah, mostly the wrong reasons is what he's noted for, but yeah.
Yeah, he gets pressed, not the way you want to get the press.
Not always.
I was just going to say that, and obviously the Rose Bowl is a pretty interesting matchup.
Yeah, that is.
Like you guys alluded to earlier, USC is not the same team
oh my God.
they were the first game of the season.
No.
Most notably with the replacement of quarterback.
Yeah.
The guy who's starting there now is he's
an animal.
He's going to be tearing up the Pac-12 for the next couple of years.
Yeah, he's savage.
And it was a scary sight to see how good that kid is, especially with the talent they're able to put around him.
Yeah, the cool thing is, it's the same for Penn State, that what they started out with at the beginning of the season, what they are now.
Yeah. They were a transformational team for sure, man.
Our
obvious nemesis this year. Bastards.
Yeah, I know. I mean, if any of us had been asked back in August who's going to be in the Rose Bowl, and if anybody had told us that it's going to be USC and Penn State we'd have been, right. There's something you're eating, drinking, smoking.
This season, oh my God, not at all.
But that's going to be a classic kind of Big Ten, Pac-12
I think so too.
kind of mashup, man. That's going to be a really good one. I agree.
I think so too. So okay,
and Penn State, what a fun team to watch.
They are.
Yes.
I mean, I watched them break my heart, but it was still entertaining to watch them. They're good, man. They got athletes and they're talented.
I still don't know how they beat Wisconsin in the Big Ten championship. I thought Wisconsin had them dead for rights. I mean, it was the nail was in the coffin, and these guys came back.
They got a hell of a coach, man.
It is.
And you take those games. Minnesota won. Maryland lost, but I'm sorry, I can't count Maryland in the Big Ten yet. It's just not there. But Northwestern won.
No, it's taken time for us to adjust with Utah and Colorado.
Yeah. But Minnesota won. That was a big win for the Buckeyes or for the Big Ten. And Northwestern knocked off Pitt, who knocked off Clemson. They were ranked, what were they ranked, 23rd or 16th, I think? That's a huge win for Northwestern, man.
Yeah.
And Northwestern was 6-6 over on the western side of the Big Ten, too. And they're knocking off a ranked team. That says something about the strength of the Big Ten, man.
That's something. So, Rob, we've got to end this with this. I mean, when we
need your prediction, bro.
That's exactly right.
You're on the hook.
Wait. So, if you want to throw it out there, or I tell you what, let's do this. Let's Troy. Troy, go ahead. What's your prediction on the Peach Bowl? We'll save it. We'll keep you for last here, Rob.
You know what? I'm going to show some left coast love.
Okay.
I'm going 27-26 Huskies.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Well.
Start.
Well, I used to have 3 Huskies, man. I love those dogs, man. So anyone that's a Huskies, I'm in.
Well, interesting, because I've already got written down on a piece of paper here as we've been talking. I'm thinking 27-24 Huskies.
Are you serious?
I am serious, dude.
Oh
Look
God.
at that. There's a 27 right there.
We're just trying to suck
27-24.
up
I
to
know
the
we
guy
are
out
sucking
left,
up to you,
man.
Rob.
We just hate Bama. Dude, we hate Bama.
We just can't say Bama. All right, buddy. What do you think?
You know, I gotta say, I'm a little floored. And stunned that you guys will take the Huskies, but I love it. I absolutely love it. No. It's great. It's great. And you know, being the hometown homer that I am, I do have to go with my dogs.
There you go.
Yeah.
And I think they do legitimately have a shot in this game, and people on a national level will be surprised by how much talent is on this team. And that 14-point spread, but I also had them coming out 27-24 with the win.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Absolutely love it. You know, regardless, I think it's going to be a close game. I mean,
I hope, man. Here's what I want. Even if, you know, Bama were to pull it out, play a game where, like, the last 3 minutes, you have to do something to win the game.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
on both sides.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Everybody played to the last series.
Yep.
Make it count.
Make
it count.
It's not going to be a Bama-Michigan State. It's not going to be
where. I hope not, man.
No, it's not going to be that. It just will not end up being that. It's going to be a close game down in the fourth quarter. And, you know,
it'll be a close game. And here's an X factor that maybe not a lot of people are focusing on.
Yeah.
In all the reports coming out of Atlanta right now and the press conferences and everything like that, the question to all the Ohio State players is, who do you want to play in the national championship?
Mm-hmm.
The question to the Husky players is, what's it like to play Alabama? The focus is on the UW and these guys, and it's putting a substantial chip on their shoulders.
Good. I hope so, man. I hope so.
And Chris Peterson teams love to be the
underdogs, man.
Oh.
So the hope and the thought is they're going to use that as fuel to push them over the top.
That's beautiful. That you're right. That is fuel. Oh, wow. That's great.
Good deal, man.
So, Rob, thank you so very much for your time.
Awesome, man.
This was
a lot of
blast.
Fun. Yeah, thanks so much for having me, guys. And good luck to you and the fan base in the Fiesta Bowl. Hopefully some of the listeners are going to go down and enjoy some sunny days in Phoenix. There.
I got like 4 friends in Phoenix, man, who I went to high school with, and they're all flashing pictures of tickets on Facebook and
hitting the golf course.
Yeah. We know that too.
I hate them. I hate them. I love them, but I want to hate them right now. But maybe we should follow up after the games.
You know what? I tell you what.
Get some key insights, huh?
And Troy makes a good point there. Why don't we go ahead after the playoffs are done? Maybe we can tag back up and just kind of recap all the things that we've seen here.
Yeah, maybe a championship prediction. Then.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Sounds good to me, guys. I'd love to be talking to you about the national championship. Maybe it doesn't turn out that way, but that's for now.
Yeah.
All right.
It'll be a good one. Thanks, man.
Okay. Well, again, that's Rob Foxcurran. He's from the UW Dawg Pound. And Rob, thanks again, buddy.
Happy New Year, man.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you guys. Thanks again for having me.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. So, dude, that was an absolute blast.
Yeah. That was way cool, man.
That was absolutely, just the past couple of weeks and the different people we've been talking to and that, talking to guys like Rob.
Yep.
Talking to guys like Brad last week. I mean,
there's a lot of people out there like us.
Yeah, I know there are.
That's kind of wrong. That's kind of scary.
It is. Actually, it should be scary.
There's people like us out there.
I know that. Then talking to Sarah,
we're finding them.
Yeah.
We're going to build this little army of I don't know, world
domination. Yeah, really,
world sports domination.
Well, even talking to Sarah last week. That was an absolute blast. Talk about things, there's a lot. It's just cool to meet different people like that.
There's just so many interesting people out there, and we just kind of fumble upon it.
Really.
Let's talk to you. Anyway.
Their days may be ruined, but ours are probably better.
Yeah, I think they get a laugh out of our insanity. I get a laugh out of our insanity. So, if I laugh at our insanity, does that make me crazy or sane?
Well, it's like a double negative.
I don't know. Let's have a separate show for that because that's a lot of in-depth thought.
We need there's a lot of in-depth.
Yeah. We don't have enough beer and wine sitting here to go into that one. That one will be like a 6-hour podcast. Man. We're gonna have to go deep into our psyches, and our alcohol and cabinets for that one. So
tell you what, why don't we go ahead go on to our NFL talk here?
Yeah. Look at you talking shit again. Man.
know what? I'm being very kind. I'm being just.
You beat me, man. But hold on, man.
All right.
Straight up. You were 11-16.
Yep.
69%. Lucky bastard. I was 8-16 for the old, half, 50%. You were 9. We were both 9-16 against the spread, though, man. So
yeah.
For the year, you're at 66% straight up. I'm at 64. That's a virtual tie. Against the spread, you're at 57%. I'm at 51. So I still got to do a lot of making up on that spread, man. I got some work ahead of me.
Last week, a couple games, the Dolphins. The Dolphins.
First of all, that was phenomenal. I love the Dolphins, man. Just the underdog rookies. Anyone in the AFC East other than the Patriots.
Yeah, I know.
Will somebody smack New England in the mouth and knock them off their freaking throne?
A game that.
Good God!
A game that
somebody.
Let's see. Let's see as they get into the playoffs. I mean,
how many division titles they won? Like 13 of like 17 or something ridiculous. I don't know.
We said it in week 1, and I'll say it again in week 17.
Who was the last team to win the AFC East? I gotta. I'm gonna look that up. Let's continue, but I gotta look that up because that bothers me.
The Jets, maybe back like 10 years ago. You're right. I can't remember the last time anybody's won that division. That's a damn good question. That is a really good question. A game that caught me off guard last week was the Jaguars beating the Titans.
Oh, that crushed some people, man.
Seriously, I mean, that was a gimme. I mean, that was a layup. I just can't see. Now Mariota did break his leg. Okay, so in that regard, we'll talk about the Raiders in a few minutes here. But that helped. But that was another one. The Packers. The damn Packers. I mean, I thought that they were dead for rights. I thought they were melted cheese, Gouda cheese all over the place. And these guys, Aaron Rodgers just, what do you want to say about Aaron Rodgers? The guy is just...
Well, we just talked about this, man, before we went on. Several weeks ago, he talked about, look, we're okay. We essentially run the table and we'll be fine. And that's they were like 4-2 and then lost like 4 or 5 in a row, and he's talking that kind of shit.
Yeah,
and damn,
yeah,
he made it happen. He made it happen because they got they've got no running game.
No, they've got none.
It just.
Another one that caught me off guard was the Cardinals kind of woke up against the Seahawks. I don't think the Seahawks. Okay, they're division winners and all that. I'm not sold on them.
Dude.
I'm just not sold on them. But
the only team that bothers me in the NFC is the freaking New York Giants.
I think that's the one. We'll talk about the playoffs here in a few minutes. You're right. That's the one that you have to worry about.
Seattle's got to go on the road, and Seattle sucks this year on the
the damn Steelers. The Steelers beating the Ravens. The Ravens lost that game like 3 times. I mean, it just. You're worried about, you've got your teams to worry about, the Giants. I would worry about the Steelers and the AFC. I mean, with Roethlisberger and Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown. If you give them the ball the last time, I mean, these guys are – I can't think of a better combination out there right now. If the ball was, you've got a minute to go and you got to drive downfield. That's the team that, that's the combination that you want to go with. So, but, the other team that – hate to bring it up. My Raiders.
Dude, I'm devastated, man.
My Raiders.
I'm devastated.
I mean, they've got it. Everything right there.
I know. And here's the thing, man.
Yeah.
That was the first sack that left tackle gave up all season, dude. Of all the NFL plays and passes they've run all year long, one time, and he's down with a broken leg, man. How bad does that left tackle feel? I mean, are you freaking kidding me? Jesus Christ! You've given up 1 all year.
That's unheard of. That any lineman, week 15, and he doesn't give up a sack. He
hasn't given up a sack yet, man.
And then,
that's mucked up. And snaps his leg.
It's just
2008 was the last time that someone other than the freaking Patriots won the.
Who was it?
Dolphins.
Dolphins. Okay, it was the Dolphins.
And then prior to that, oh my God.
You can't.
2002, the Jets.
so
New England has 19 division championships.
So in the past 14 years, they have won, 12 of them.
12, yeah.
Oh my gosh!
And the 1 year Brady was out with a blown knee.
That's right. That's right. That's the one that they went 11-5. Remember that? And they still didn't make it.
Off year. Off year.
Oh yeah, but
what other games made us want to throw up, man? That was crushing. Who else broke his leg? Mariota, Tennessee,
that's right.
Man.
That's right.
I mean, we both had Tennessee cross the board. That sucks.
Yeah.
The Brownies. And you know what?
You did pick them.
No. I jumped off the wagon.
You
man.
did the 1 week.
God damn it!
I was laughing about that.
That pissed me off, man. Because that's pick of the century, man. And I jumped off the wagon. I'm like, you know what? I'm done with them. I've had enough of their bullshit. Sure as shit, man. Wide right. I'm going. Yeah. I'm like, and at first I thought, yeah, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I picked. God.
I know the 1 week that you didn't
pick
the
them for like a month.
I know you did.
I jumped on them for like a month. Deliberately taking the hit.
So now you finally jump out the bandwagon, and they're
if I stay with them long enough and they win, I look like a genius. And sure as shit, man, I jump off, and the idiot is exposed.
But back to the Raiders.
Dude,
the world is not over.
Well, it can't be. You guys have done way too much all season long to go boo-hoo and tuck it. You know what I mean?
When Derek Carr, he was being drug out the field, after he got hurt, and he said, and there was on Fire and Brimmstone on Facebook, I posted they had mic'd him up. The NFL had him mic'd up.
Oh wow, that's that game. Oh
man.
Game.
And when he goes down, he goes, "It's broke." I mean, he basically hit the ground. He goes, "It's broke."
There weren't no bleeps.
There were no bleeps or anything. He goes, "It's broke." And what he was doing, he was keeping everybody away from him, from trying to pick him up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so just tell everybody it's broke.
Stay away from my leg.
Stay away from my leg, right? Exactly. So finally, everybody comes out, and now they're helping him off the field. And Matt McGloin, the backup quarterback, is walking by, kind of pats his helmet, and Carr's now telling him, "Go get him, baby." You know what I mean? It's like, there he is. He's getting walked off with a broken leg.
They're the Raiders, man.
They're the Raiders. That's
what?
right.
That pirate just went down. Next evil man up.
Next up. That's exactly right.
That is the only way you can go into it now. And at this point, you have to sell out everything.
Yeah, completely agree with you.
Blood and guts, blitzing, defense just going insane, going after quarterbacks, blitzing, and try and give your guy with field position and defense and turnovers. You give McGloin, a chance.
Yes, you know what?
And he's played. It's not like he sucks.
There's a reason why he's the backup quarterback.
Yeah, I mean,
he's been on the Raiders for 4 years now.
Yep.
Came out of Penn State. He's undrafted. Free agent out of Penn State.
So he's tough as nails.
Nails.
Gritty bastard. Grinded his way into the league. Didn't he beat out Terrell Pryor?
He beat out Terrell Pryor. He beat out Matt Flynn,
which in hindsight was probably wrong. Right, but Flynn, I mean,
he
had no support back then.
He had no support. That's right. That's exactly right. So he comes in. He's got 4 years of maturation underneath him. Everybody else is going to step up. You just had to.
That's all you can do, man. Well, here's a deal: if you win this week,
you get a week off.
You get a week off, man. That's another week for your backup quarterback. And here is a potential advantage. Not many people have got any film this year on McGloin.
They don't.
McGloin will probably be a lot different player with the supporting cast. So when you go back to old film, you may find a tendency or two.
That is a damn good point. That's a Cardell Jones. That's a Cardell Jones in the sense that he had no film on Jones.
What's coming? You know what I mean? Yeah.
You don't know this guy, and you make an excellent point there.
That can work to their advantage, man.
Because the last time he really has played a lot, I mean, it was really 4 years ago. You're right. Different cast around him.
Yeah.
He was only a rookie back then.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not fair to say that it's going to be the same. So
that's not fair. So
if they can beat,
that really broke my heart as a football fan, though, man, for the Raiders to go down.
I know.
And knowing that you're a Raider fan like that's just God. And then Mariota went down too, and their playoff hopes. Two broken fibulas in the same week.
Okay,
the frick is that?
Check out the AFC in the playoffs.
There you go.
The AFC playoffs. The 6 teams are in. Now, it's just the order. The order could change, right? But look at 3 of the freaking teams are playing with, the backup quarterbacks. I mean, it's
Miami, Houston, and the Raiders.
That's right. So 3 of them, they're going with backup quarterbacks.
So
there.
you know what that tells me? I'm smelling a Pittsburgh, New England friggin' AFC.
I think so too.
Man.
I think so too. The way it's going to be looking.
Only because here's the deal: if Kansas City can flop with the Raiders, then I think they're in the AFC Championship.
Yeah.
But they still got to go on the road, probably to New England. Otherwise, let me see. Well, hold on. Pittsburgh and the Raiders would have a bye, so it would be the Kansas City would have to play the Steelers. Hold on.
No, Kansas City. Miami would play Miami.
Miami would be going to Pittsburgh, which
that's horrible. That's
not
horrid.
Going to work in weather.
That's horrid. And then Kansas City would go to Texas.
Going to Texas.
That's a wash. That's Kansas City. Andy Reid's a damn good coach.
Man.
I mean, that guy doesn't give enough love as he should. And he's just
you know what
they
know what they do very well, and they do what they do very well. They're very simplistic.
That's right.
Man.
They don't do it. It's not flashy.
And for some reason you just don't. Style points just seem to want to matter, and they've got some athletes. And they get the ball to him. Tyreek Hill.
They know how to use
that guy's a mutant.
I know.
Man. I mean, that guy. Every time his hands are on the ball, everybody goes.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
And there's only a handful of those players that are ever in the league at any one time. And he's and damn if he just doesn't light it up. And then you got who's their tight end?
I forget the name. Who is it? Kelsey? No.
Kelsey.
Yeah. Kelsey. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Travis, isn't it? Travis Kelsey, something like that? Yeah.
He's got wheels. He's got speed. He's got great hands.
Andy Reid always has good tight ends.
Yeah.
And
the tight ends are a lost art, man. I played that in high school, man. That was such a fun position.
You know what? You talk about that. One of my predictions, you're really going to see the tight end step up in the Raiders offense because the safety valve for McGloin is going to be the tight end. That's going to be his relief valve. He's going to be hitting that tight end when he has to. And even though they've been using, I think he's going to be even integral, even more. Yep. And great Raider teams of the past always had stud tight ends. I mean, those are the guys that,
hold on. Let's name them. I can name them in order.
Go ahead.
The first one was Casper.
Casper, of course.
And then who was Goldilocks?
You know
what I'm talking about? Todd Christensen.
Todd Christensen.
Oh, my God.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Just stop right there. These guys.
Well, that was like 18 years of incredible football.
That's right.
From the tight end position for the Oakland Raiders.
All right. Well, look at your.
And both of them had Super Bowl rings. So, I mean, there you go.
Look at your Cowboys. I mean, they had some very good tight ends themselves.
Well, you know who was the unsung hero of the Cowboys back in the 90s? They talk about the trio.
Yeah.
With Jay Novacek.
Of course he was.
He was the man.
He was the one.
That team.
He was the one.
Man. He was Mr. Third frickin' down, baby.
He was the one because he had all this other aura. He got kind of lost.
Yeah.
You know what?
He's friggin'...
He was never in jail. He never went to the strip bars and stuff like that. If he did, he used a different name.
Yeah, he was smarter about it or something. But you're right. And then you got Witten. Holy shice. There's a Hall of Famer.
He is, he is a Hall of Famer. Did you see how many receptions this guy's got?
He's entering the top 10
I know, that's right.
of all time for all receivers.
That's a trivial question, man. If you'd asked me that, I never would have thought. I mean, he's good. I didn't realize he had been...
He never looks flashy. He never looks like super speedy, but he's just big old Tennessee boy, man.
He just plays the game.
Wonderful hands, great blocker.
All right, so on the NFC side, obviously the Cowboys are in.
We're in, and thanks to our boys, we are now locked in the top seed.
Yeah, so you got the boys, you got the Falcons, and you got the Seahawks are all in, and the Giants. As a wild card.
Yeah, the Giants are in.
Which leaves 2 open spots that
isn't that interesting? 4 and 6 are open.
Yeah.
The Giants, regardless, apparently are locked in at 5. So.
That is because this coming Sunday is Sunday night. You see, NFL moved it, the Sunday night game.
Well, it should be.
It's the game of the century, man. Packers go to the Lions.
I mean, dude, we live in the Great Lakes region. This is the old Norris division, as Berman used to say. Remember that? The old Norris division of the NFL, the NFC North.
That's exactly what it is. What a way to end a season. I mean, the Packers and the Lions on that night. So the winner of that game wins the division. That division.
And what happens to the other one, man?
Well, It depends on what happens. If Washington loses,
they're done.
Then that means
both 4 and
both
6
those
are
teams,
in.
yeah.
It doesn't matter.
It
but if
doesn't
Washington wins and Green Bay wins,
I think there's a combination where
there's got to be some sort of little help.
The Buccaneers can still get in some wild ass thing.
I think the Buccaneers have this mathematically
mathematical.
possible situation.
It's mathematical. That's what it is.
But unbelievably, improbable.
It really comes down to if Washington loses, it doesn't matter what happens in that game, except it does define who wins the division, and you have a home field game. So that's a big one. The other big game this coming weekend, besides the Packers and the Lions, obviously the Raiders are going to be playing in Mile High. Against McGloin. They win that game.
Part, man. Denver's eliminated.
Right.
But they'd love to break it off in the Raiders' butt if
course.
they could. You
of
know
course.
what I mean? So that's going to get extra nasty. That'll get extra
that.
nasty. Oh, my God. And then you got New York and the Skins.
Yeah.
Oh, so the Giants can snuff out the Redskins out of the playoffs.
I don't see the Giants playing a lot of other people. I think
they're locked
win
in
a
at
game.
5. Yeah, but now you got to start worrying about the integrity of the game kind of shit.
Yep.
Because you don't play people. Washington wins. Washington gets in. And then screw somebody else out. Boy,
yeah, I was shocked by that spread. Washington by 7 over. Even though it's at Washington, it's got to be because somebody's figuring that Giants aren't going to play the full game type of thing. They'll take some time off. That one was a little bit of a shocker. It, besides the Raiders, Broncos, which is meaningful, Washington, which is meaningful, obviously the Packers and Lions, which is meaningful, aren't a lot of other meaningful games out there. It's some really unusual spreads this week because I think it's the last week. Some bigger ones than I expected.
No, it's not 15. Yeah, it is the last week.
I mean, even the Browns and the Steelers are only Steelers by 6. That's even closer than I would have expected.
Well, because they hate each other's guts.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's a divisional game, and actually by 6 is kind of a big call. I don't know. Let me see here. I don't see.
I don't know if.
You know what? It may not matter, but it sort of does. New England and the Dolphins.
Yeah.
That's going to have implications for next week.
Come
out and smack somebody in the mouth. New England doesn't want to lose. And then go into the playoffs on a bye and then come out. You know what I mean? And the Miami Dolphins want to beat the shit out of you and roll in with momentum because they got to play anyways.
Yeah, and I shouldn't say there aren't other meaningful games. I mean, because even the Falcons have to win because they're a half game ahead of the Seahawks.
Okay.
And so the Falcons, to stay out of the Seahawks and get that first week bye, that they had to beat the Saints, and that's never a gimme when you go up against Drew Brees.
No.
That's never a gimme. And then the Seahawks, well, I'm not convinced about those guys, but it is what it is about them.
Joe?
Who are they playing? They're playing San Francisco. So
okay.
That's a win. So that means that Atlanta does have to win. So, dude, this is an absolute blast of a win. Another one,
Happy
man.
New Year, everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, safe travels out there. Everybody be safe on New Year's Eve. Watch some football on New Year's Eve, and then watch some more football on New Year's Day there. I tell you what, go Bucks, man. Hey,
we're out.
Over. See ya. Bye.